Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I was so absorbed in 3D Musketeers chat with David Tobin. I watched it up until right before walking over here that I forgot to put my microphone on. How is everyone? Hey, Bill. Hey, Lazy Hot End. Hey, Tuxedo. Hey, Brian Weber. Holtz and Musen and Aetherling and Collie. Hey, Raj. Hey, Philip. How high am I going to scroll here? Kittrell. And Kobe. How are folks? Hey, Evie, Lord Gitface, Rob, Malcray, and 1066. The title of the stream today is very indicative of my mindset going into this because I really don't know what we're going to do. But I grabbed a bunch of printers we're going to mess around with. We're going to look at the prints I did starting yesterday for the member stream content that's coming up. We're going to very much be squirrels. I'm going to be a squirrel today. So just a warning, if you don't like Squirrel Steve, today is not the stream for you. But we are coming up to my vacation. We did opt to not cover the Vertigo today. We're giving that team some time to build up the documentation after last stream, and that's a fantastic thing, and it's fantastic that they're being responsive to that. It wasn't any major issue, but it was just a lot of little ones. So we'll come back to that when I come back to, when we come back from my trip. So, dude, why did you bite me? That's not nice. You're not getting treats. Go. You bit me. You go. He actually drew blood. Dude. Okay, you really need to go. You're far too... Look at this. He actually drew blood. Little turd. Hey, Wind Farms. Hey, Keith. How's the 2.4 tool changer working out? We'll talk about that here. It's right there. I'm going to pull a print off of that because it's really cool. Hey, Pathetic Puma. Hey, Jeff. Hey, JD. Hey, Newcastle Days. So anyway, we are doing a variety stream today leading up to my trip. Is there anybody here that's going to be at Jerf? We squirrel, but really it's Oscar. Yeah, no kidding. That's okay, buddy. Just a little shit. I've had cat scratch fever as well. I've actually, there is a thing, it's called cat scratch fever. I had it when I was a kid, and lymph nodes swelled up, everything. It's mostly from bacteria. If I'm correct, I think it's mostly, you get it from bacteria that can be collect on outdoor cats. So, thanks, Collie, for being a member for 46 months. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Maddo. Whew. I don't know if you saw that. I petted him. I guess I petted him aggressively enough to get a bite and a fur all over the place. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So I did on the member stream yesterday, the whole point was to get the stealth changer recalibrated after the trip to Rocky Mountain. It ended up not needing anything. It just worked here. It wouldn't do a tool change there, but now it's doing it just fine. It's gone through about 10 hours worth of prints since yesterday with no problem. Oh, hey, Neil. Hey, Shante. Hey, Andrew. Hey, John and Zen, thank you for being a member. Trident R2 when? It would be really unwise to release something right before being gone. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Philip, thanks for the gifted memberships. Art Chapman, hello. Hydro, hello, welcome. Anyway, we did that, and then the next member series is going to be building the Casadio Impreza RC car. So Printed this yesterday. This was part of the what we were getting ready to print. It is a PLA part with PETG supports. And look at that. Isn't that so nice? PETG supports just pull right out of there. Creates a perfect part. So so I'm still not there. There are more factors in play. I don't want to put the pressure of announcing a date. It is actually soon. So anyway, this is a very fun little fidget toy. Just comes in, out. These are a little interesting to pull off as they're coming off the printer, and that's what I was going to grab right now. So let me grab, this is what I printed. I printed this last night, straight off the printer. Now I did switch to the grid from what do you call it? The organic, from organic. I had a problem that I thought might have been caused by that, but it turns out I had not apparently fully tightened the Revo nozzles on tool 0 and 1, and they were coming loose. So that caused some, oh shoot, that's annoying. Oh well, shoot, I just screwed something up. I pulled the tool off, and the little wiper thing came with it. I need to fix that. The PETG is quite stringy on the dock, but not necessarily on the print. So anyway, this is how these come off. And all this outer stuff, this is just stuff for some reason the slicer generates. This all just pulls right away. And then we can pull on some of this, maybe with some pliers. There we go. That stuff comes off. Those pull through. Some of these can be definitely hard to get started. End should just come off. Yep, there we go. That comes off, and look at that. Completely supported. Hey, John. Maybe it's from counterclockwise. Yeah, well, Holtz, I don't think I had enough print time on this for that to be the actual issue. I think I didn't tighten it enough. I think that's the basic answer. Because of that, but because I didn't tighten it enough. Hey, Icron. Hey, Clownhammer. Hey, Wick Central. Hey, Spectra. So, anyway, that turns out so good. I'm so happy with that. But then we get in here. That is so good. That is so good. Look at that. Hey there, Reverend. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Joy Monkey. So good. I'm so happy. Oh, there's a little bit in there. Boop. That's all it takes to get that out. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Timor. Yeah, I am so happy with that. I am so happy with that. It's a complicated part. These are going to be interesting. I don't know if these go together. I think probably. Oh, yeah. And I think this is probably just the rear differential. I think. I'm not sure. There might... Oh, there's more to it here. No, this is front. This is front. This isn't rear. But yeah, this is going to be such a fun build. So if you want to see it, we're going to start this build next month. It is a member stream, but I make all the member streams public after a month. So there is no requirement to be a member to see it, just to see it live. So yeah, that is so satisfying and so awesome. No, this is the Casadio. Here, I probably still have it up. For anybody who doesn't know, it's this model. It's a 22B Subaru Impreza. It's been in the mid-90s. Yeah. Andy, thanks for the gifted memberships. The Mog is just such a big model. Such a big model. This is so... I'm just super thrilled. Super thrilled with that. It's almost a piece in itself. I need to try the organic supports again, because it is less plastic and less time. I did see the new boat, the Trident. It looks interesting. I haven't built the first one yet. I have parts for the first one. Printed for the Skippy. And some reprints for the buggy. But yeah, this is something I need to build still. It gets its own little project box. Danny, thanks for being a member. Do tool heads for the 2.4 support the Bondtech LGX? There are mods to do that, but there's nothing in the spec files. Over 100 plates for the Mog. I'm not surprised. The Sakura is fantastic, John. That is still my favorite that I've built so far. The Sakura is definitely my favorite. Found the stream topic yet? No. And that's the point. So everybody, this is going to be a squirrel stream. We're going to bounce around. We're going to have fun. We're going to give away some filament at the usual time from Polymaker. Thank you, Polymaker. And beyond that, after that, I'm going to continue getting ready for my trip. So we are going to play around. We might do some CAD today. I was thinking we might do a little bit of CAD. If we run out of things to do. One thing I wanted to do is get another one of these prints started. Colin McRae. Oh yeah. Colin McRae. Subaru Rally Driver. Yep. Oh, look, squirrel. Yep. Oscar, that's his new favorite spot. He's discovered that he can jump up there and he can lord over the garage. So, anyway, this thing is really cool. If we go through here, we'll get a... Let me just scroll through here. Here we go. Here is that part. Yep, it is the front. That lower part and the mid part is what I've printed so far. So it's really cool that he has this little stand. You build the whole drivetrain on it. You can hook everything up and run it on there to test everything. And then this is the little prime tower. Not much. And this is probably a little more than it needs, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to succeed. I am very, very, very happy with that. Dip my toes into Meshtastic? Never tried. Never looked at it. So I think what I want to do right now, since this thing came off, and I kind of want to start another one of these printing, so it can be printing there in the background. I think I want to fix this. So let's roll this thing over here. Oh, that is, whoop. There we go. So we want to fix this. Take out that support a minute ago. Really makes me want my tool changer even more. Yeah, it is so nice. I mean, it was some effort to pull that thing out, and especially to do it without breaking the part, but it's just so cool. I can't get over that. So clean. Prime tires coming off the bed. I'd use a bead of PVA. The really, oh, we got a birthday here, Timor? Timor's birthday today? Are you really 86? Happy birthday, and thank you for being here. Say happy birthday, Timor. Supported one piece. There was at least 4 pieces there. Happy birthday, Timor. Someone here older than Bill. Okay, let's see here. Let's pull this out of the way. I'm hoping I can do this without pulling too much apart. I want to just slide this in there and tighten down those screws. I hope. I mean, I just printed this, Danny. I just printed these after setting everything up yesterday. This is a PLA and PETG print. It's only 2 tools, but it finished without any problems. Oh, there's one little spot I didn't support. Just noticed. One little tiny spot right there I didn't support because it's not build plate facing. I'm not going to worry about that. That can be cleaned up. But it's something to look for on the other. These are first prints since Rocky Mountain. And we spent yesterday, I spent yesterday thinking I was going to need to realign all the tools, but we didn't. So we spent the rest of the time just setting up for this print. T1 is on the bed right now because I'm going to replace, I got to replace this thing. So I'm going to loosen these, and those were not tight, and that's why that came out of there. Hopefully, get this thing back up in there. Come on. Maybe that can come all the way off without too much trouble. Oh, that came right out there. This guy will set. Okay, so that does need to stay in there a little bit. I think that's about right. Hopefully right there. Make it about the same as the others. Yeah, right there. Okay, cool. That looks fine. This guy back up here. This guy is cleaned off. Don't knock it. Thanks for being a member. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. I bought me an oscillating tool for supports at Christmas. Haven't tried it yet. Oh, cool. No, it isn't a Voron, but I just bought an Ender 3 Max Neo with 2020 extrusion enclosure. Plexi with filament. Oh, interesting. Hey, Mr. Franco. Hey, Death Cube. Hey, Steve. Took your suggestion about Dragon Ace yesterday and started doing some research to select components for my Trident 350's new toolhead. Awesome. Hey, John. What is the topic of today's stream? Yes. Yes, there is a topic. I'll tell you what it was when the stream's over. I have no idea what it was. It is a squirrel stream. Okay, let's go back over here. That last print. Oh, that took only... The slicer said 6 hours and 10 minutes. It only took 4 hours and 18 minutes. That is quite a difference. I need to adjust some of the times in there. That is quite a difference there. But anyway, let's get this heating up, and I'd like to get another one of these printing, and what better time to do it than in the background here. Happy birthday, Timor. I didn't see. Is there anybody here that's going to be in Japan later this month? Is there anything people think you must see in Tokyo? We're not venturing out of Tokyo. We're staying in the Tokyo area. Think about A4T toolhead, Orbiter 2.4 extruder, Dragon Ace Volcano, and an eddy current probe, whatever is compatible. Yeah. Prusa in July, nice. Prague is fantastic. Prague was a very nice city to visit. For a walk and get lost in Tokyo. Yeah. Personally not looking great. Oh no. I have glanced at flights for Lisbon in October. I have not pulled the trigger on anything. I've also been looking at 3D Printopia accommodations. Hotels are expensive. And flights are awful times. Outdoor Food Festival. Okay. You're going to 3D Printopia for your first RepRap show? Awesome. Be sure to say hi. I'm going to be there. One way or another, I'll be there. At least I expect to. Let's see. Let's slice up the next part. I'm just going to keep with the same support style because it's working. So this was print 5, I think. Yeah, print 5. Oh, shoot. Let's delete that, and let's grab print 6. Let's see how big that is. Oh, there we go. That'll work. All that at once. I don't see any reason why cartographer, if cartographer isn't compatible, then beacon wouldn't be compatible, and I'm not sure. So if beacon's compatible, cartographer should be. You got your flight and hotel booked for Open Sauce. You're trusting that they'll get back to you. They haven't gotten back to us. That's really frustrating and really unprofessional. For something that's happening in 2 months, for exhibitors to not know if they're going to be able to exhibit, that's highly unprofessional. Okay, let's slice this up. Yo-Yo-G Park to see some weird, like, cool. Okay, so that is that. That says it'll take 7. It'll probably take about maybe a little under 6 hours. Okay. I think I'm just gonna send it. Upload and print. Well, that is. There we go. We'll let that go, and then we'll get looking at some of these other printers. Like I said, look at some printers, maybe do a little bit of CAD. Chat, anything you want to ask. I'm not focusing on a build today, so we can't do a full printer troubleshoot in chat, but we can get a little more involved. Electronic talent is so interesting in the days of the internet and AliExpress. Oh, okay. I'm curious, what can I get that's cool tech that I couldn't get here? Any other printers making parts for the Impreza? Not yet. I should hopefully get things going on the Index machine and the Mad Max machine. Picture Kitty +4. Cheaty. Where can we get the Trident R2 stickers? There was a limited run of those. I will probably bring some. They'll be stale by the next event. I might take some with me to Japan. Ichiran ramen in Japan? Okay. Probe died on it. I'm gonna put a beacon on it. Cool. Candy store when I was there in the 2000 area. I bet. You're planning on Lisbon? Nice. So if we don't do open sauce, the next event I'll be at is Orange County Maker Fair. Hanada? Is that right? Hanada Airport? The event is right next to the airport, the event center. And then our hotel is a 30-minute train ride from there. The Voron profiles are recently updated in Prusa Slicer, Brian. So they are recently updated. They should be fantastic. Someone asked earlier about the manual. The manual for Trident will be all updated, and it will be in the same PDF format. Michak, welcome from Czech Republic. Mr. Franco, I'll see you there. The food court to your right is a ramen place. I'm sure it will be the best ramen you have ever had. Okay. If you could show us how to enclose safety printer before shipping. Oh boy. I am obviously no expert in shipping printers. Although I gained a little bit of cred back with the Voron 2 Serial 0 shipping it and transporting it, because it made it to England without problem, and then it made it back to and this thing failed. Oh no, it didn't. It went fine. Anyway, and then it made it back to Oregon, shipped without problem. Okay, so it's going to do the prime line for both tools. You have a receipt somewhere? Awesome. I have no control over upgrade kits or whatever. The bomb change is very minimal, Robert Drake. If anybody wants to be prepared for Trident R2, get short M5 heat sets. So if you go to CNC Kitchen, their M5 shorts are the correct spec. And then M5 by 40 button heads. You only need a few of these. You need Four of those. Does moving printer from place to another impacts? It can impact your calibrations there, Gucci. You will need some extra F695s, which are the regular Voron spec heat sets. I mean, little fasteners that are already in the bomb, there's going to be changes. You'll need extra heat sets, M3 by 12 socket heads, that kind of thing. What I had wanted to do, let me see if I can get this thing stretch over there. Maybe we can do this. Ooh. And let's move these printers over here for now. What I had wanted to do is get this thing set up. Maybe I can do this. Oh yeah, this will work. Let's just do that. And that. There we go. Now we can see its progress. In the corner of the screen. Yeah, 5.8 or 6 millimeters long maximum, Holtz. 6 millimeters long maximum. I just noticed you have a similar spool system as on the Index Trident. That's because I designed it and the Index Trident that was there is mine. You may know that. I may be misunderstanding, but yeah. It's not just for that. It'll work on any tool changer. That's the thing that we might CAD today. We might make a 2020 version of that if we run out of things to do. What's going to be your go-to tool head for what? I don't know that I have a go-to tool head. Here, let's flip this around. I'm padding it. Let's see. There we go. I haven't seen the solid fork in a while. This thing hasn't even turned on since Rocky Mountain 25. Show some of the parts. There are more tool heads than people building printers. Yeah, no kidding. Welcome, Donald. And Ted is pretty compact. Yep. Hey, Morton. Let's see. This thing has not turned on in ages. The cats have found the PTFE tube, so I need to swap that out. So it's using a version of my inlet here. Yeah. This is a Dragon burner with roto vitamins. Does this one come off? No, that doesn't come off. It doesn't open further than that. That kind of sucks. Roto vitamins, Dragon burner, Revo PZ. So let's grab some PTFE and replace that. Get that cleaned up, turn it on, see what updates there are. Just basically, we're just hanging out today. Squirrel day. Index solid fork. So I need to figure out, I want to do something Actually, I might know what I want to do with my first beta index tool head. Bring the cats in. Well, Oscar is he still up there? No, he's not up there anymore. No, he took off. He took off, but I'm sure he'll be back. He didn't get treats. He'll remember that he didn't get treats at some point. My original beta index, I think I want to set up on the antithesis with the, if they ever do that, I want to do that with it. The little thing that they had at Rocky Mountain. Hey, Skyrim. To do something hard, it's been giving me the spinning wheel of death for about 4 hours. Uh-oh. Usually you'll get a recovery file on that, although it's always scary to trust that. What happened with Vertigo? We're giving the Vertigo project a little bit of time to shore up the documentation. So we'll be back on that project when I get back from my trip. I'm gonna run it like a speed demon. What? Put 2 index on the Phoenix. Mirror mode with tool changing. Yeah. I know Max is interested in putting a there we go. Oh, the solid fork here. I haven't done really any printing with this. That is tight. That's loose. So let's get a reamer. Max is interested in index on a Phoenix. First or second week of June. What? Anything? No, I think it would be. I think it would be unwise to, there we go, release right before I go on vacation. I told you, squirrel brain stream. A little less. That ought to do. Polymaker Protopasta posted the image in stream chat. Neat. I think I did finish that sentence. Max wants to put index on a Phoenix. Let's power it on and see what this thing looks like. Do you think you would get more or less than 20 tools? So Phoenix, oh shoot, I don't have my, do I have anything for measuring? I don't have anything handy to measure the width. Icon, the dock temps are full temp, but I'm retracting 25 millimeters when docked. Tap to all. Okay. You wind up printing things in venomous green. I've started printing, but I didn't get back to it. I need to get back to it. That's still going to be the torque build. Spool management is the thing. Absolutely. Okay. This guy is starting up. Remember, this is a Duet RepRap firmware. This is something I want to find time to cover more, because Pi prices are getting ridiculous. And Duet's a fantastic firmware. It's a great option. More people getting involved in Duet means more development, more things. It is a 120 millimeter solid fork. I think, at least last time Yuri said, this is the only 120 millimeter serialized solid fork. Hey, Maurice. The major difference between Clipper and Duet. Duet uses a G-code based config system, but it's also real time, and you can make any change live. See you, John. You had to do it once, never again. Why, Newcastle? Their documentation is pretty good. I think their documentation, I think the challenge, the big difference is you're expected to know what M674 is. But you have to look that up every time you want to do something. There's no like readable configuration like Clipper does. Okay, this thing is on, but not seeing. Huh. Oh, what's going on there? Let's find out. RAM prices. I think there will be Clipper-based dual nozzle tool head, just like in Bamboo X2D. There's no reason why not. Oh, this thing, is this thing rebooting? It just popped back up. Let's see if we can find the, what would this be? Salad fork? John Beck, thanks for being a member. Oh, there we go. Remember, this thing hasn't turned on in over a year. I want to see if, I mean, it booted up, but Duet Web Control didn't start. I can start it manually. Retraction when docked is 25 millimeters. Oh, there it goes. Working on it. been 5+ years, so maybe it's improved since then. Never had. Oh, if it's been 5+ years there, Newcastle, it's worth a look again. And obviously this isn't for everyone, but I just want to expose people to it. It's an option. It's not going to be an option for everyone. If we get enough people that it's an option for, then that's how momentum starts, right? Especially, I mean, that price, the dollar, makes a big difference. Get enough people who want to avoid paying the current prices for a pie. It's in the slicer icon. It's in the slicer. If you go in here and go to the printer and then the extruder, and then down at the bottom here, it's retraction when tool is disabled, advanced for multi-extruder setup. So when it disables the extruder, it retracts 25 millimeters. Hi, Michaela. Beer Medic, thanks for the gift of memberships. Duet is for hardcore power users for sure. When it worked, it was good, just never behaved like I'd expect. I think that's, to some extent, I think that what Duet really needs is example configs and macros. I think there's a lack, maybe not a lack of them existing, but a lack of being able to find them for the more casual users. I think the power, the capability, I mean, the index machine that was at Smurf, that was a 2.4 gantry and a Trident gantry, and each of them has a index tool head on it. I don't think they had at the time, but the intent is each of them had an index tool head on it. That was all done with RepRap firmware and Duet hardware. I've got lots of updating to do on here. Yep. And R2 is getting released. My current thing is my statement, without giving a date, is it's unwise. We feel it's unwise to release this when I'm about to be gone for an extended period of time. So it's still actual soon. But I don't want to set a date just because things happen. That was at the Duet booth. Yep. Hope Prusa changes the old Prusa Slicer interface. I'm curious to see what, I've not seen anything with Prusa Slicer 3.0. That print is looking fantastic. That's good. Anyway, what was I scrolling to a second ago? Oh, I wanted to bring up, everybody talks about Duet hardware being expensive. RepRap firmware, thanks to the Team Gloomy project, is compatible with a lot wider hardware. There's some support bulletin here, but there is a whole Team Gloomy site for other compatible hardware. So, the Delta them running a Duet board and a smart effector, you have to really scour their online forums. Yeah, I think that's the big area that could use improvement, and that comes with users. How many sources you have, like Yante's better print start macros? where do you find something like that for Duet? It doesn't, it only doesn't exist because someone hasn't made it. I know that sounds obvious, but I wonder what we have here. Printer specific guides. What do we have here that we could pull from? Printer guides. Oh, Ender 3. Really, guys? I was looking for, like, there's so much. Oh, here, this might help. Thanks for becoming a member, Beer Medic. Oh, useful macros. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I have not gone through this in a long time. I really need to. I mean, I count myself in the, I need to dedicate some time to this. And that was the intent, is over the next while, I wanted to sprinkle in some like Wednesday streams, doing this kind of thing with the RepRap machines. There's a GitHub with a bunch of configs someplace. That's a very perfect statement there, Nurglerot. A lot of it exists. It's just finding it. But this is really good. I want to go through. I want to go through this a little more closely. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back here, and there's a link on the Team Gloomy someplace for it, but I'm on the road and forgot where. Got it. That's fine. I think I can go here and update. Oh, I'm still all on 3.6 beta stuff. Let's just see what happens. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Here. Let's see. Adding camera, board configurables, updating standalone setups. I don't think that's what I want. Here, let's go to the Duet documentation. Duet, oatsdocs.duet3d.com. Okay, so here's the Duet documentation. If we go to, is it configuring, maybe SBC? I'm running an SBC, so I do have a Pi on here. That's what gets me the screen. That's one of the things with the Duet stuff, is screen options have been limited. Hey, Cyan Killer. There is a flash image file. There's a easy command to just update. First boot, troubleshooting, accessing, configure useful commands, update the firmware. Here we go. This should be all we need to do. So let's log in. Yep, there we go. Sudo apt update. Hey, Maverick. Let's see what happens. This thing, like I said, this thing has not been touched in a while. So I'm just curious to see what this ends up doing. Is there a filament dryer? If you're looking at holding 8 spools in one filament dryer, I have no idea. And then sudo apt upgrade. But what does the rest of this say? Key is stored in legacy trusted keyring. That's just a warning. Okay. Let's find out. Inbox. Oh, I've seen bits of that, but I haven't. I have not looked closely at the inbox stuff. I have my V0 with RepRap firmware here. We can do a non-SBC update on it. What was that? Noises. See you, Maverick. Hey, John. I'm doing good. Got a nice chill stream today. Then I'm going to get ready for my trip. Did you find which filament you're going to use? I bought some of the Overland brown ASA. I haven't tried printing with it yet, though, Tuxedo. I have it, though. I have it here. This is so cool. I'm just fidgeting. Overture. That's it. Overture. I'm a last minute trip prepper, John. I ordered some luggage on Friday. So no, I have not packed all my stuff. Hey, Queasy Diver. Well, it's gonna, I'm guessing, I mean, I've got basic economy flight, so I'm guessing that my bag will be checked. Beer Medic, I'm going to Tokyo. Gonna go check out Japan RepRap Festival. I'm not taking anything to the show. Just me, myself, and probably some small selection of maker chips and stickers. Not even going to try to take a printer or anything of substance. Oh, that... A little better view there. That green is 3DO Rat Rig Green ASA glass fiber. Speaking of Rat Rig, it looks like we're gonna build one. Probably early fall, I'm hoping. Maybe late fall. In the fall range. Amazon seems to be out of stock on Polymaker ASA. Yeah, I don't know what their logistics look like. I've got everything that I need. I think when we build a Trident R2 on stream, it will be using the tri-bent frame and components, and it will be using hopefully the Overture Brown ASA, and probably this Larch Gold works out to be a really nice yellow. So unless I find a better one. If there's a better match for UPS yellow, let me know. Oh, is this thing done? What's this say? Okay. Q to quit. Does that mean it's done? Oh, no, it's continuing. I think annealed PET GCF can work well for printed. I would not. Can PET G be annealed? I would not. PET G creeps. PET G creeps. PET? I'm not sure. Some things happens. They have trouble with the bed adhesion, and all my sources have discounted it with. Really? Huh. Put some links in Discord. Awesome. Thanks, Norgorot. I also have a big ol'. Is that a Core 1? That is a big ol' rocket. Holtz's Core 1L big rocket. The glycol in PET G stops it from being annealed. Yeah. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, this is working still. In the tool changer setup, do you think it'd be better to run all same tool heads or like 2 dragon burners? I highly recommend keeping things consistent, because the more setups you put there, you're just compounding your tuning requirements. We'll be gone a little more than a week, John. Oh, this very well might be a Pi 3 chevron. I don't remember what kind of Pi is in here. But yeah, for tool changers, you want to keep your as much consistent as possible to reduce your tuning requirements. How do you feel about the Trimax after some time? I'm having trouble with ooze control, but I haven't spent a ton of time on it, so that's not unique to the Trimax. It's just tool changer and particular setups. I need to try the retract thing again that I'm doing on these. Yeah, so you're guessing of when I'm leaving and when I'm coming back there, John. That's very important in this equation. Hey, Brent. We want to get this released. That is the bottom line. We want to get it released, but we need to, there's a lot of little things that need to be done. Doo-doo-doo. 3 almost complete dragon burners, just missing tool headboards. This is so fun. I'm just playing with this the whole time. I'm going to start printing some parts. What would be safe so I wouldn't have to reprint anything for R2? Trident soon, not Vaughn soon. Specific hardware we should stock up. M5 heat sets. M3 heat sets. So Steve, Alpha, I guarantee that people are going to find problems, are going to find errors, but we'll do our best. And then we'll just deal with those as they come up. Skirts, you can do skirts, electronics area stuff. The corners will change because there's M5 hex nuts in those, and we've stricken M5 hex nuts from the BOM. But the changes, if you already have skirts, there's no reason to reprint them. The corners are what will change. There might be a change to like the keystone inlet. Panel mounting isn't changing, although you want to set yourself up for 3mm foam everywhere. So no more 1mm foam on the panels. It's all 3mm foam. 5x40 button head cap screws are correct. Yep. If you go to CNC Kitchen, Zep Floyd, and look up the M5 short, those are safe. What is the incentive for upgrading an existing printer? None. If it's working fine, don't upgrade. If you like to build and tinker with things, then go for it. Inverted electronics is not default. However, the parts do make it very easy. You can run inverted electronics, but it is not default. I still don't like it. I don't like the idea. Each individual can do what they want with their printer, but I don't like it as a default option. As a default spec, whatever. Oh yeah, this thing is way out of date. So I see the reason that Voron is where it is, Rick, is its accessibility. It's anybody can pick up the parts and build a Voron, and the range of folks out there that are building them. I don't want to promote something that will not have a cover for the electronics. People will say, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to drop anything in there. I'm not going to reach in there. I think it's fine as a mod. And the new parts make it very, very easy to mod. But it's not the spec default. Backpacks are a good idea. It just makes the footprint bigger. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be worth it. But I've heard so many people that say, I have this, but I've only turned the printer over once or twice. We're getting there. But set expectations, also not needed to reprint if you have a working system, quality of life improvements. Yep. Can you tell me what size M5 heat sets a new revision will be using? You don't have to. I mean, CNC Kitchen is a is someone I want to support. And the here, where are we? Oh, come on. Let's just go here. Heat set insert. Let's go to the store. Log, follow, tools, shop. Here we are. Metric inserts. You want the M5 short. Short version. M5 by 5.8. 6.0 is your max. You can find M5 heat sets on Amazon that are 6.0 millimeters long. Those are fine. I've used them. But M5 by 5.8 shorts. Hey, NJ Surf. On my 350, we're not a 350, I wouldn't recommend inverted, yeah. Bottom electronics are great if you can do major clipper upgrades through USB. Still relies on micro, yeah. You don't use the Pi with RepRap firmware update by drag. We'll do that. I've got my V0 here, Nergarot. We'll do the upgrade on that one next. I'd consider a conversion to backpack electronics. Yeah. What do you think about these new 3D printer laws? I have lots to say about the 3D printer laws, but I don't really want to get into it right here. They're awful. They're being, at least California, David Tobin is doing a fantastic job of rallying to oppose them. Um, 4.5 millimeter hole for these? Oh no. I think 6.6 millimeters is what the modeled hole is for these. Bearded Printer, thanks for the gifted memberships. Okay, anyway, that is there. Let's see what this is. Here, let's leave that on the side. There we go. I think, so go back and watch 3D Musketeers stream today if you're interested in that. It starts off, the stream starts off with a lot of talk about firearms, and David's really trying to push that narrative to, it's about the protection of our First Amendment rights, of the ability for education and hobbyists and everything to continue to be innovative, and these kind of laws are going to stifle that. The laws are being pushed by people who really don't know the subject and the impact. They are being pushed by people that have a valid end goal, but the way to get there is not this way. Reducing gun violence is, you can't argue that that's not valid, but the way to get there, this is not the way. Can you compare prices for Stealth Changer and Index Changer just raw? That's a good question. I don't know what the final pricing of an index is going to be. Are you planning on a Cascade build? Possibly. Possibly. I have mine, but it's possible that I may build one on stream. I don't know when. Probably next year. I would guess at the earliest it'd be next year. Oh, what is this? Configure file created. Also, what would you like to do about it? Keep your currently installed version. What is this? Does this matter, Nurgle What should I answer to this? I'll keep the current version. Default action. Default action here. We may very well come to the discovery on this system that I'm probably better off just re-imaging. So I'm not expecting necessarily, if this doesn't go well, I'll just keep the current version on these. We'll see how it goes. This isn't an update and make it work stream. This is something to get going while we chat and while the printer's printing and bed fan mod would be nice for future stream too. Yeah, and I've got some parts for that. I keep needing to install those. Could have done that. Need to do some chamber thermistor stuff and bed fans. You know, all these things. Chamber thermistors is always, I want to get them on all the printers. There's no reason not to, just get it done. Hey, Ceramix. Can you guys hear the printer in the background? It's not bad. How are we doing? Yeah, everything's looking fantastic. Add it to the Google Sheet. You think Voron will move on their ban of chamber heaters? That's a good question, Neil. I don't think so, because really, per the scope of the project, you can hit very good ABS print temperatures with insulation and the bed heater. That's the bottom line there, is you don't need a chamber heater for the printer to work well. What was oh, Google Sheet. Do I have that open anywhere? No. 99%. Let's see, projects. So a couple of member streams ago, we went through and made a list of things. Bed fans. Chamber. Thermistor. Yeah, put those on the list there. Hey, Alex. It would be good to have both the chamber and the bed the same temps. So there isn't a gradient. Only way to do that would be a chamber heater. But do you need that to do good ABS printing? And if you, I mean, that's how Stratasys does ABS. They don't even heat the bed. They just heat the chamber. Why does that? The whole thing is shifting because the, yeah, it's shifting from the printer movement. There we go. Wedge something in there. Did it ever update the Duet firmware? Well, let's find out. It should have, right? It did not. Bamboo Labs, Prusa Research, current anti-open source behavior always going to post for the big, oh, I don't know. That green is 3DO, rat rig green, ASA glass fiber. Mid fans help a lot with chamber temperature. Time limit magnetic brake. I know I need to do some sort of brake. Why did that not update? Now that it's done this, should we do it again? Or should I reboot and do it again? Let's do that. Let's reboot and do it again. I could see the Voron project adding chamber heater options if things like PPSCF becomes as popular as people printing. But you don't need it for PPSCF. Had parts warp around the bed as it's too hot. ABS gets soft at 100C. Keep the chamber, not the bed. With Y-axis homing, had the same problem with my Voron solution as that M400 command after G28 and print start. With Y-axis homing. What is this? Choose password for new keyring. Default keyring. What? Choose password for new keyring. Cancel. This is coming up better though, after the reboot. It didn't start up Duet Web Control last time. Oh. This thing bouncing around is probably not fantastic. Let me close this up. Okay, what is this doing? It's still connecting. Why is it connecting? Connection lost, attempting to reconnect. Problem with matching the chamber temp to the bed, especially with ABS. You can use ABS for your printer parts. Web browser on the Pi did not. Well, the one on the Pi did start. This one is not starting. Failed disconnect, network error. Hey Oscar, welcome back. Can we go back here? Do this again and see if it catches the firmware updates this time. Hey, David. Thank you for being a member, David. Duet Unstable. What is it? Cat? Hey, Benny. We are squirreling today, David. 100%. All the squirrels all the time today. Is that the reason? Is because I'm running unstable on here? I think what this is telling me is I probably need to back up the settings and just reload this one to the current stable. I have no idea what I was doing before and why. Maybe because I'm running the mellow toolhead on here. Can toolhead board. So I think what we're going to do, I can't actually get to, this is the last stream of the month. Yep. I'm going to give away the last of the 5 memberships here in a bit. And then, yeah. I cannot get to this. So where are the... Where are the config files saved so I can back it up? I could get to this before. I can't get to it now. Let's reboot again. Thank you, Nogarut. I will connect to it and get that backed up. You can see Oscar's ears. DSF? Okay. That print is turning out really good. Hey, Tom. Yeah, that's turning out really good. Okay, should I don't know how I can choose a password. I don't have a keyboard. Do I have an on-screen keyboard? I have no idea how to do that. Let's see if this is coming up now. Is that why it's not coming up? Because I don't have a password? Why don't we just continue? Store password unencrypted. It will be accessible by anyone with access to your files. I'm going to reload this. I'm just going to say continue. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure, Nargarat. Let's flip this over and find out what board we have. I like the Leviathan Beer Medic. It's a good board. Do you think it's better for Z to have belts or lead screws? Depends on the printer. I like lead screws for Trident. You take away a whole level of a whole series of build detail that you have to pay attention to. Those of you that have Tridents and V2s, which one does your Z tilde or QGL more consistently? And I would say it's always going to be the Trident. It's going to be more consistent. This thing does like 4 passes every time. My Tridents don't take that long. You had to press the update button. I did. Okay, let's figure out what board this is. Actually, before I go any further, since we're here, let's just pull up. We don't need that. I just pull up WinSCP. Do I have solid fork in here yet? No. So let's do a new site. Log in. Yes. You said it's in, where did you say that was? Opt DSF. Opt DSF. SD sys. Haha. Perfect. So just want the whole sys folder, right? Let's just get the whole SD folder. And let's put this. Do I have a solid fork? Solid fork. And let's just grab new directory, backup 260517. Just so I know when I back that up. And let's copy that down. Thanks, Nergarot. Ella, welcome. Catchy topic. That is perfectly reflective of my state of mind yesterday. I had no idea what we were going to do today. Overwrite. I don't care. That's all fine. Whatever. At least we have a backup if I mess around with this more, but it probably just getting the latest image on there is probably a good thing. Hey, Zarp. Okay, let me try that here in a second. Now that we're backed up, we can get rid of this. We can just shut this down. Power it off. Then let's see what we got here. Printed bottom panel. I forgot about that. Does this come off? Does it come off with these? Oh yeah, I made this. Looks like Team Gloomy everything. Looks like the... What is that thing? And why do I have a... Oh, that VHB there is to quiet the stupid speaker on it. You're ready to buy the LDO Trident kit. I understand it comes with the Nighthawk. Is it feasible to reuse that in another tool board if I want to change? Sure. For sure. They're all fairly... And we have a... It's a Pi 4 in here. So it is a Pi 4. And it's some... I don't remember what board this is. Does it say on it? Doesn't actually say. It's a mellow of some sort. It doesn't say on the top. What in the world? It's a mellow of some sort. If you didn't patch it. So pseudo. Okay. Cool. Let's do that then and see what happens. Let's put this back on. Hey, Andres. Solid Fork is based on the Trident, but small. It's done by Yuri. There we go. That is... I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. Oh, it came up now. It actually came up after a full power cycle. So now, let's go here and reconnect. Ah. What extruder? That is a Dragon Burner with a Revo Roto Vitamins extruder. And the questions on the kit and what toolhead board, thank you for the corrections in chat. It does include a Stealth Burner specific toolhead board, which is a little more difficult to use outside of a Stealth Burner. So thanks for those corrections. So that's back up. And then where was that command that Nergalrot said? Let me scroll up in chat. Actually, why don't we look for the documentation? Is there a update in SBC mode? SBC transfer, no. This is updating standalone setups. That's not what we want. If you want to retype that Nurgle, I'll scroll up, see if I can find it. Ah, there it is. So sudo rf upgrade latest dash stable. Is that right? RF upgrade latest dash stable. Awesome. There we go. Gone from init stealth printer 36 boards and reuse the cable and USB adapters. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. You should try it, David. You should try it. Oscar's just chilling and sleeping. What is that? Could not connect to Duet transfer timeout while waiting for... It failed. Wow, did it fail? Job for Duet control server service failed because the control process exited with error code. What does this look like here? It's not reconnecting. What do you mean, like printer or what there, David? I still think it's probably not a bad idea for me to do a re-image of the pie on this. But did it fail for read and not reboot the pie? I would do something basic, yeah. But did it fail for real or not reboot the pie? Should I try just reboot? Reboot. Reboot. Your Raspberry Pi has been upgraded and can now run Lab WC. Okay. When in doubt, reboot. The last time, it's still not connecting. And I'm terrible at typing my password, apparently. let's do a power cycle. Let's see what the, so here, let's go from the beginning here. Overview, getting started. Let's run this on an overview of how to get started with RepRap firmware. Copy of the firmware is required, can be found here. So this, am I on the latest? Because they're all talking about 3.5, and aren't we on 3.6.2? Oh, we got something. Let's see. So it did not update the boards. It updated the web control and stuff, but it didn't update the boards. Should I try running it again and see what happens? AM997. And then if we go to the here, we search for AM997, that is the perform in application firmware update. That's what that command is going to do. So let's run it. Oh, SPI connection has been reset. Incompatible software version. The installed software versions do not match. Please operate your setup only at equal versions to avoid. So what did that do? Well, it updated the one, but it's not updating the expansion board. So let's go to the CAN address of the board to be updated. So B124. B124. Okay. The installed software versions. Oh, that's probably an old message. Nope, it is new. Never mind. But they're both up to date now. Everything's up to date. And we've got a screen now that is functioning. Yeah. Clipper screen quit. What? Yeah, I think we're up to date. Hold on. I think it triggered early on that. Yeah, it triggered early on the X home. It's triggering. It needs probably, we had to do the last bit of the install by hand. Got it. The bed size is laughable. It is sensorless, and it also, I need to look at the change log between the versions I was running before and now to make sure the Revo PZ is set up correctly. Because, here, let's try again. Yeah, because it's triggering early on the, let's try that. Yeah, sensitivity doesn't seem to be mattering. I think there's, we need to look at the configuration for the Revo PZ on here. Because it's not mattering on sensitivity. Few major changes for that beta 3.6. I had 3.5 on here, didn't I? I don't remember what it exactly said. But we are up to date. Woohoo! Is there a 3.6? 3.6, oops. 3.6 release notes. Release note, added support, added the Fly M2. It might have been Nogorat. I don't remember exactly. New CAN capable bootloaders allow updated expansion. Fix a bug with initial reading from probes on expansion boards. Wonder what they did for that and if that's impacting. You've got an hour until giveaway, Andrew. I guess we can go in here and go to System and Config. And where is the probe? Probe right here. Configure unfilled digital probe. M558. Let's see if there's been any changes here. M558. So let's see. .558, and you set Z probe trigger value, offset, and trigger height. It's G31. I think that's where what I'm looking at. It's been a long time. M558 and G31. So M558 K0 is what I had set up. So K select support number, or probe number. K0 P8. P is the probe type. That we can find down here. P8 is as P5 but is unfiltered for faster response time. This is all what worked before. Let's just see if something can be configured. R0.5. R Z probe recovery time before the probe move is started. This allows the probe to settle after executing a travel move. So we could try changing that to more. This is the same like the dwell time that we set in a clipper machine to let things settle so there isn't anything triggering it. H5. Dive height, the height above the trigger height from which probing starts. Okay. F400 is feed rate probably. And T6000 is what? Feed rate, travel speed. Okay. So then G31, you just want to treat it like a switch, and then mess with the movement speed and the trigger sensitivity on the PZ board. G31, let's see what G31 is. Current probe status. P500, and then this is probably the offsets, XYZ. Probe offsets, so P500, what does that mean? P is the trigger value. Okay, so let's go to E3D and look here. Let's go down to Help Center and Revo support, PZ probe, firmware duet. And config to G, add the following. This is for the duet 3.6.0 onwards. Note that G31 X and Y offset may need to be changed for your hot end. Z should be kept at 0. Hey, Techie. See what this looks like. Z probe 558 P8 is what we're using. R.5 B1A2H5. We don't have B1 and H2 in there. B, turn off all heaters while probing. It wasn't on anyway. A2 was maximum number of times to probe each point. Okay. None of that matters to whether this will work or not. Let's just try changing this to a higher number and save that. Restart the main board. Hey, Michael. Something's not happy with the screen. You can't. Oh, now it's happy. Let's home all. Yeah. Sensorless homing values are all over the place. This is gonna fail. Oh, now it's working. Hey, that worked. Okay. Sensorless homing values are all over. Let's see if we can get it to go all the way. Perfect. It's working. So it just needed a little extra dwell is what was going on. Just needed, because that's really the only thing I changed, is a little extra delay before it actually homed. So, okay. So that one is working. Let's shut it down and let's update my V0. Little printers, so nice to be able to toss around. So that was the SBC update. Let's do a, this one has the you can't really see it. It has the Mini 5. It's a duet board in here. Hey, Mad Cat. Does this mean we've got our 3D Musketeers coming in? No screen to see on this one. This one's sensorless homing as well. Hi, Jose. Hey, Charmony Chimera. Hey, Liz. Okay. V0 blue. The V0 stuff, I mean, I can send so many things to it. You can print all the functional parts on a Voron on a V0. So that, basically anything. Grant, welcome. This thing is not connecting to V0 blue. Should be coming up. Oh, I can't do that. I need the web interface. I can't SSH to it. Hey, Tanner. I know it isn't a Voron, but I bought an Ender 3 Max Neo with huge... Oh yeah, I saw that earlier, Spectra. Congrats. Hopefully it works well for you. Why is this thing not coming up? V0 blue, let me see if it's showing up on the network at all. Hey, Mike. Let's see, go to my router. Why are you not coming up? Devices. It is not showing up. Why? Why are you not showing up? Oh, would this have... No, I don't think I would have changed anything on this. This is this guy. Spider webs. Antennas there. Tinkering Techie. Powered on. Let's see how this does. Cobwebs, yep. So the last time this was on and working was at the same... at the same Rocky Mountain over a year ago. It was printing at the Duet booth. I don't think I changed anything on the network to get it working there. Different web, yeah. Hey, Akash Patel. Console in on USB if you can't get it to grab an IP. How is the building going here? Yeah, we're squirreling all over the place. Why is this not coming up though? Okay, so we should, let's go to the documentation and is it commissioning? Change the machine name and the RepRap firmware configurator. Open your browser. This isn't working. Let me double check it's not showing up now. No, it's not showing up. Not showing up. So connect to your Duet via USB. Is the Wi-Fi antenna connected? It seems loose. No, it's right there. And it's right over here. Yeah, everything's on and connected. Okay, how do I connect to this thing via USB? And I know technically how. It's how do I get a USB connector in here is probably the better thing. This should have been working before. That's what's puzzling, is I haven't changed anything. It should still connect to the network. Unless for some reason I changed it for the show. It's possible that I changed it so that Tony could connect to it. Let me grab my USB cables box. It is possible that I changed it to let Tony connect to it. In which case, is it something I can just look at on the SD card? Is it something I can just, let's see what's on that SD card. Do I have a reader here? I may have to go grab my reader from the other garage. Yeah, I'll be right back. Let me grab the reader. Let's go here. Okay. Don't you connect to it at the start? It should just come up. It should just come up. So, but what I'm thinking is I probably did change it for the show. Let's see what, can we do any of this on the, not the Wi-Fi setting that's embedded, but I can't check to see what's in the config. Let's just see here. Well, is that a bad sign? That it's not showing up? Oh, is that a... Try over here. Ah, there we are. I just want to look at my config file. I'm just making sure that it is configured up here. V0 blue is the name. Okay. So I need to find a USB cable that I can plug in. You can make a run_once.g macro in sys with your new Wi-Fi settings. Where do I find that? Is that an M552? Set IP address, enable disable network interface. Is that this? No. Where's the rest of that? Set password. Set name. All the LEDs should be fine. Where is the... For configuration. Connect to your duet, send M552 to see the via USB, but it's send this via what? What utility do we use to send that? Putty? Is that putty? No, that's not where we want. That's not what we want either. Where is this? Is it configuring firmware? Motors, end stops, heaters, display, network. Here we go. You want to enable network, enter a password. But how do we do this? Here, user manual networking. Connect to the Wi-Fi. This is the standard setup. Connect to the duet via USB and serial terminal, or via console if already connected to the network. Use serial terminal to add the Wi-Fi host network to the remembered list of networks. Open that in a new tab. Add Wi-Fi. Okay. So let's do this. I need to find USB cable. Oops. Putting a big old scratch in my desk. USB cables. Micro USB. Micro USB. Really not complicated. Just following directions. It is interesting. We're all used to Clipper, but all I hear when we're doing these from people is it's complicated. It's hard to do. It's a little disconcerting because if you came into Clipper and people coming into Clipper have the same reaction. Let's see if I can get. Let's see. There we go. Angle on this thing. Yeah. Plug it in. The more I think about it, the more I probably set this up for Tony's network at the show. There we go. Plugged in. Now I need to be able to actually get it to plug. So let's go here and here. Now I have putty installed. I do. Hey, Meredith. I don't know if I would classify it as all-in-one. Dude, you just stood right on my keyboard. You didn't even pay attention. I'm getting these USB cables put away. And treats. We did a Marlin build. We did the Rook with Marlin. I don't fancy doing it again. Marlin is fine. Marlin is a great standalone firmware for a basic printer. I have no desire to need to recompile firmware every time I want to do something on a printer that I'm tinkering with. Hey, you clean my thumb too? Hey. Thank you. Okay. Why do I have to know its IP address? I just plugged in via USB. Right? Serial. What is the port? Device manager. Ports. COM5. Duet 3 motion control electronics. COM5. I don't know what speed. But can we open it? There we go. Wi-Fi module started. Wi-Fi module. Aha! There we are. That is what the problem is. That is exactly what the problem is. Is that I did change the SSID for Rocky Mountain that year. So we can run, what is it, an M587. That's in the background there. SB net, and then P, and then I'll put this in, and that should be it, right? Right? Okay, I'm going to put my password in over here. Okay. And then what is the... SBC mode with no parameters, list all the remembered SSIDs. M587. Okay, so it's added SBNet, but it doesn't have an IP. It says optional. Is that all I need to do? Let me power this off and power cycle it. Power it off and power it back on. Close this session, yes. Okay. Let's bring Putty back up. And let's bring this over here. Serial COM5. Is it going to show us anything? It's not showing us anything now. Why? Make it forget the old SSID. How do I remove that? How do I remove from the network list? Start network scan. During scanning, existing Wi-Fi connections will be lost until the scan is complete. Return network scan result. Forget Wi-Fi host network. Okay, let's do that. It's not connecting though. It should connect. M558. Command will fail if the Wi-Fi module has not yet been taken out of reset. So if the Wi-Fi module has not been started, send M to put it into idle mode first. Okay, so is idle M588. Actually, M5587 should list. So those are the ones that are there. What is this tin? What is that first one? That used to say Duet RMRRF. TNCAPF. What is this? 318D9. 587. Okay, so now mine is the only one there. Hey, Remy. But it's not getting an IP. "587 add Wi-Fi host network." This is the IP and everything is optional. All these are optional, so I should have just, with those added, it should just work, right? M552 M552 enable networking as client S1. M552 S1. Now M587. Wi-Fi module is connected to access point SBNet. Woohoo! We did get this error, but it is working. M587. It still isn't reporting an IP. Is this coming up now? Huh? That did it. That did it. Sweet. So let me turn it off and unplug the USB. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, turn it off, unplug USB, turn it back on. Now turn it back on. Well, I mean, I had to put the network into idle mode, remove the old network, and then re-enable it as client mode. That was the M552 commands. So it should come back up, right? What am I missing? Because it's not coming up. Not coming up. We got it to come up. Now it's not. Let's connect it back to USB and see what is going on there. Why did it get that address there? Everything else should be good to go. Back here, error reading from serial device. Web interface reload. I tried. It came up at first. Serial COM5. Open. M587. It's not getting an IP. Why wouldn't it be getting an IP? Why is it not showing an IP here? M552S1 before selecting a new one. I see. M587 is just that one. M552S0. Let's put it in idle. 87 is there. M558. What was that 558 command? 556, 557. No, what was the M588? Was that what it was? Is that the delete? Forget Wi-Fi host network. That's what I want to do. M588S SB net. Let's forget it. Why? Expected number after S? Oh, I typed it wrong. M588 S SB net. There we go. Now M587 should have nothing. Okay. So then M587, let's re-add it basically with the network on idle, because I didn't add it with the network on idle before. So that might have been my problem. 87 S SB net P. Then I type this in over here. Enter. Okay. It's still showing the same no IP. Okay. Now it's, oh, where'd it go? There. Now it's up. But it's not retaining that. It doesn't have Ethernet. No. So I'm getting it to get an IP, but it's not saving that. We can we just do, so while it's up here, why don't we update it? Why don't we update it while it's up and running and see where that goes? It's getting on your network. It should remember it from then on. Mm-hmm. Move a static IP off your router. No, I don't want to. I want it to just get whatever IP. That's fine. Let's do the where is it? Firmware updating. Installing firmware update. And do we have to download these here? We do, huh? I can't just run a command for it to update. Usual proceeding. Not SBC. Choose the version you want to use. Update your device. Download the firmware zip bundle from the GitHub repository. So 3.2. And we want the Duet You have to get the biz combined zip file and save it local. Yep. This guy, Duet 2 and 3 firmware. Save as. And we'll throw this in the V0 blue. There we go. Save that. Now we're going to go over here and we do this. Choose that file. Is that right? Let's see. Let's just make sure. Connected to our web control and DWC, go to the system page and then click upload system files, browse a new firmware zip. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to. It's right there, right? There we go. Just realized how tech literacy is somewhat similar to literacy in early history. Sweet. Reminder, in about 20 minutes, we're giving away a roll of Polymaker filament. I'll give away 5 gifted memberships, and then we will probably be done at that point. Turned into a bit of a RepRap firmware update stream, but that's okay. Oh, keep that, get that back on screen. Okay, install updates. Included Wi-Fi firmware update. Would you like to install them now? Yes. Following board is being updated. The Duet 3 Mini 5 Plus. Is it possible I'm running into trouble because my host file is wrong? Let me go check that while that's updating. Draxman, welcome. SSH known hosts. Known hosts. Whoop. V0 blue. Is it on here? No, it's not even in the known host file. Okay. Did it forget the network again? Well, we're only connected via USB right now. How can I tell? Where is the putty window? Not coming up. Where? Oh. Error reading from serial device. That's fine. Here, this is what it's been doing via the terminal. Abandon Wi-Fi tracing, uploading file, shutting down USB interface to update main firmware. Try reconnecting after 30 seconds. Restart session. That work? M115. Firmware Duet 5 Mini. Yeah. So M587. SBNet, no IP address though. M552S1. Will that kickstart it? It took the update. Oh, and it's got an IP again. It came up on my other browser. And it came up here. It's not sticking. It updated. It updated all the things, but why isn't it sticking? All that should be saved and committed. Do you have any network stuff in the top of config G? Just the name and oh, that's why. Right there. That should be S1, right? M552 S2 is a access point. That's why. That's why right there. If we go back M552 M552, why? There we go. S, oh, where are you? 2 is enable network as an access point. So that is probably it right there. So save and restart the config file. Hey, Kiloprints. And that means I should be able to unplug this now from USB and power it on. Hide this back down. Kiloprints, we have been doing this for 4 years. Okay. All of this because I changed it for Rocky Mountain. See, are we up? We're up. Yep. That was the problem. Is S2 was in the config. So let's put the thing back on it. It's plugged up. That was the whole problem from the beginning. It may have worked if I had put S1 because my SBNet was probably still in the was probably still in the network list. Pour up my screws on the top of here, tore into my desk here. Okay. So let's see if this thing's going to home. Yep. Sweet. Yay. Then it is up to date. So what I want to do with these at some point is, you see the whole homing dance. I want a better homing macro for these. And then actually I want to pull this. It's got filament in here still. So I'm going to pull this out. So let's heat this up. Nozzle. Let's just go there. There we go. Active. Patient. How do you make the printer home X and move to the middle and then home Y? You can do that in a, what are you talking about? In RepRap firmware, you do it in your, here. You do it in the home, down here. Home all. This will tell it each individual thing to do. So this says that it homes Z, then it homes X, and then it moves to the middle of the bed, and then it homes Y, then it moves Y to the middle of the bed, and then it homes Z again. That's what this is saying. Now each of these has their own home. So home X does this. Now in Clipper, you do a homing override. Icon, I think the only difference between those is the seal type. The only difference is the seal type. And I think you want the RS. I think that's the rubber seal. ZZ is the metal seal. I would do the RS, just keep dust out of them. A little easier to keep dust out of them. Anyway, I think I'm gonna replace them all at the same time. Let's open this and then, yep, there we go. Filament that's been there for almost, well, over a year. About a year, because it was in May last year. There we go. So that is done. That's that antenna. We got 9 minutes until giveaway time. We can cool this down. Off. Is it brittle? No, I just tied it up in. Not brittle at all. This is Cookie CAD. This could be ABS. That might be why it's not brittle, because this very well may be ABS. That's funny. This weekend a year ago. That means that's the last time that both of these printers turned on. And now they're both up to date. And added spider webs for bonus. This is Voron Zero serial 103. This one has a serial number. It's 103. This must be ABS. Just in time for sit for another year. It's possible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's, oops. There. You see how white it gets when you bend it? PLA doesn't usually do that. It might not be super obvious, but in person it turned very white from the stress. It's ABS. This is Cookie Cat. Their Green Apple Elixir ABS. Soon. Toxic something after Raptor something, but yeah, that's why I said most PLA doesn't do that. Here, let's see how this is doing. Yeah, it's looking pretty fantastic. Looking pretty fantastic. This is what we're printing if you're just joining. These are parts for the Casadio Impreza RC car, and doing PLA with PETG supports. Tanner, that's awesome. Just the surface quality underneath above the supports is absolutely phenomenal. This one is an even better example. All of this stuff that would have been really bad overhang just turned out so good. What tool head is on the 0.2? This guy is a Bowden style tool head that Hart K made. So this is about to turn off the fan. Yeah, these, I'm so pleased with these. This goes together. This is the front transaxle setup. The motor will go in here. I think I have it's these two parts is this part here and the bottom part. That's those two. And I'm printing these top parts right now. Won't the heat from motor warp the part? No, it shouldn't. My Sakura and the Reaper are both PLA and they're fine. This is Prusament Galaxy Black PLA. The body is going to be the only color that makes sense for this car. This is the body. This is High Five Metallic Blue from Protopasta. Scale miles per hour, probably, John. That is going to be so cool. And then the wheels, I'm probably going to use this What Carat Smooth Gold for the wheels. Sure, there's plenty of risk of melting in a hot car. One solid cube. Plenty of that risk. What size power terminal block on the SKR board? Which SKR board? There's a lot of them. So I've had the Sakura for a couple of years now, and it mostly lives in here, but the events I've taken it to, it hasn't been a problem. It hasn't warped anywhere. Octopus. Power terminal block on the octopus. What do you mean? Here's an octopus. What do you want to know about the octopus? This is an Octopus Pro. You're talking about what size terminals to use here? I don't remember the exact size. But they are just the screw fork terminals. Yeah, this is... I can't wait to start building this. We should be building this on the member streams starting next month. So, and then the if you're not a member, you can catch up on them a month later. So I make them public after a month. That's why you see new Charlie's Angels streams come up like the Friday or Saturday. You would have seen a new thing show up in the videos. YouTube sends out a new notification for those. Yeah, I am... This worked out well. This turned out good. This is the plug, the PETG plug that comes out of it. Goes right back in. Is it giveaway time? Woohoo! That's about time. Okay, let's put that away. And wheel of names. 517. Here's this. How are we doing on likes? How are we doing on people? How many people have tolerated the squirrel stream? Well, normal number. Number of screws used is mind-boggling. Yeah. Okay. We have this here. Let's see our reset number. Oh, we're only resetting once today. We're only resetting the count once. Squirrel stream. Yeah, I saw that, Killer Prince, when you posted up. I'm like, you're doing the same thing I'm doing today. And there was no way of knowing either way. It's just in the air, huh? Only one recount. Only one recount. Get your entries in. Link is in the pin post and the description. Finish up part 2. I didn't get to CAD today, but I was only going to change that thing to 2020. But that's okay. I'll get it done and released. Starting the countdown. Only resetting it once. 3, 2. Oh, yeah. Can I reload? Get a new ad? This is the last countdown. Oh, I get the same ad. 3, 2, get them in. 1, and done. Ooh, someone got in there right at the end. Mr. V8 Rick, you got in there first. Who got that last second entry in? Lander. Okay, we are, let's just do a number between 1 and 30. 1 and 30. One and 30. Mr. Franco, you said 6, and there's 6 beach moments that we really missed, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, spin. Ooh, Jeff, you almost got it. Link, congratulations. Are you here? Link, starting up a timer. Link, are you here? Link 3721. Congrats. Six days until Trident R2. Nope, a bit more than that. Link 3721, are you here? Link. Len K maybe? Len K, are you here? Got a minute left. Link to the past. Are they taggable? They're at the beach. A little less than a minute left. Missing Link. Link, are you here? Polar Link. Rad. Thanks, Motocross. I'll try it now, but I have that 2.4 frame around. You're here. You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We haven't had a Polar Ted Club inductee in a long time. Long time. Yep, that's it. Let's do a number between 1 and 12. 1 and 12. Sorry, Link. Next time. 1 and 12. Let's keep an eye out. Make sure they don't get in here last second. Let's see. 1 solid cube. He said 9. We'll do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who do we got? Who do we got? Akash Patel. Akash R. Patel. That is hilarious. The reason it took me a little bit there, because Akash R. Patel Said in chat, I joined the club a while back. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. I joined the club a while back was the comment. And you're here now. Congrats. I think that that is all good. I don't need... there is nothing else even close to that in here. Congrats. Let's see. Where is... what does the engagement chart look like at the 3-hour mark? Oh, it's a spike. I mean, it's like the input shaper graphs on my index trident. It's like the input shaper graphs on my index trident. Shake and tune, input shaper. It's like that. We're giving away 5 gifted memberships here in a second. Let me get this draft and let me get this going before I... that one, and then the email. See you, Philip. Okay, you should have an email from me within a couple of minutes or so. There's Y and here's X. Those turned out pretty good. Oh no, Link, I'm sorry. Have to keep trying. You'll have to keep trying. You are a Polar TED Club inductee, though. That's a prestigious club. Where was I? Let me finish the cleanup. Save that. And free. Oh, I'm a member of my own channel. And membership gifting. These are the last of mine for the month. So get all these out there. Awesome. Welcome new members. Leo the Human, thank you for being a member. Nearly 4 years. Let's do this one. Congrats, Ezilo. How many times have I lost now? Those number of giveaways for over 4 years. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you putting up with this last minute squirrel stream. I think it was productive, actually. I got 2 printers back up to date and ready to go. JD, thanks for being a member. If anybody happens to be at Japan RepRap Festival, find me. Otherwise, we will be back here. I think the next stream is June 7th. June 7th. We should be back on the Vertigo build. So. Back on the Vertigo build on June 7th. So, take care, everyone. We'll see you then. Have a good rest of your weekend and enjoy the build. Bye. And thanks, Andres, for the being a member.